Quick question today. So are you saying the word AI at that point? Are you thinking about
I
AI?
was saying generative adaptive
Okay.
experiences that adjust in real time, AI powered, but it was more like machine learning. I was saying more
But you were thinking
building.
about the way the data is
Oh
structured.
yeah, how to build the data, but also the way we built the asset management
Mhm.
solution in Trip. Even though the containers were constructed by us manually on the server, there's a string on the client that populates that. And we always knew that eventually that string would be created by AI itself, to generate that. So we were always building and architecting for this future. And Tim Chang was our partner at Mayfield, and they've supported us from the beginning. Um, and he got it right away. He said, I have been waiting for someone to come pitch me this idea. So he really shepherded us through the funding process with
Mhm.
Mayfield. And uh, even just yesterday at Christmas, he sent me a lovely note. Like he's just so proud of what we've built. So I do think it's important to hold on to your vision and make sure you have a lot of advocates. But sometimes people will not get what you're doing, and that can be a dark day for any entrepreneur. Anyway, so cutting to like building that, launching in 2019, right before the pandemic, and we saw growth. I had every investor tell me to focus on clinical, focus on enterprise, don't do consumer. But because we knew we wanted to get enough data to build the machine learning layer, the
Mhm.
only place we could get the 20,000 inputs we would need were on Oculus and PlayStation. Those were the only channels that had enough users who could use our experiences and start feeding us data. So I asked the Sony team and I asked the Oculus team if they would let us launch, and they went, "Yeah, well, we're not sure gamer dudes are going to like your app, but sure." And so that shows kind of the power of having built relationships throughout the years, and when you're really motivated with the mission of your um, idea and how to bring it forth. For me, the support I got throughout from people I had worked with previously really helped. That really showed up for me. And so we started getting real-time feedback, and it was, gamer dudes are the best, right? Because they know a lot about technology and they know what good technology looks like. And when we first launched, it was kind of wonky, right? There wasn't really any reference point out there. And and we were the first subscription app. So we got a lot of "you suck" and "you have so much potential. How could you be so sucky?" And "here's all the ways you can be better." And then we would respond to them, the seven of us
Yeah.
building this, and we would hear them. I mean, you can't do everything, right? You can't not everyone's right. Also, you also have to trust your gut, but they had a lot of really good input. And when we started listening and responding and adapting with real users, it made our company. And we're 60% male audience using our application. 50% of them are 18 to 44. So it's young men starting their lives, whether they're students or they're in workforce, they're starting their families. We have a lot of active duty personnel, and we have a lot of veterans, which veterans surprisingly are a lot younger than you think normally when you hear that word. Many of them are in their early to mid 30s, and have are struggling with PTSD. So I'm very motivated by the mission to support them. I've always had a love for gamers as well. And now, Gen X has grown up playing video games since they were in their early teens. So um,
Well,
Anyway,
how soon